So, David, and we'll take some questions.
Well, thanks for coming, you guys. Obviously, this was a big game for us and didn't end up the way we had hoped. But I will tell you this. I am really proud of these girls. I thought they really battled. I thought they really leaned in. Obviously, a little bit shorthanded tonight, but they left it all out there, and I couldn't be more proud of them. I thought, you know, different players. I mean, they all left it all out there. Really happy for Jayla. She's been busting her butt, working really, really hard. Obviously, put in a different role, and what a first half she had. I mean, that was special, and you know, we'll try and continue to build on that. You know, I thought Izzy as a freshman came in and really did some nice things for us. Obviously, this girl right here, I mean, continues to knock down big shots and be a warrior for us. But it's more about collectively that group in that locker room. I thought they really battled. And this one's tough for sure. But the story's not over. And, you know, it's getting tougher and tougher. But there's another opportunity in front of us. So, you know, that's why I told our girls in the locker room, these ladies in the locker room, I just reminded them that, you know, there's still an opportunity out there. I think typically when you look at NCAA tournament, you usually need to be, you know, 500 in SEC play, but I do think this is a year, probably the deepest the SEC's ever been, and I think there's still an opportunity for us. And so we've got to handle this loss, shoulders back, be proud of the effort. I thought they played really gritty, really tough, really resilient, got down 17 in the first 7 minutes, could have easily just surrendered, and they didn't. They continued to battle back, and so ran out of gas there at the end, got cold at the wrong time, but I had fun coaching them today, and I thought they really gave us everything they had.
Questions?
Coach, obviously Asia and LaDeja were both not dressed for tonight's game. Can you kind of explain that?
I'll just tell you that, you know, we have really high standards and expectations, you know, for our program, and there's got to be an accountability piece to it.
Were the 4 players that were held out with those situations related?
Some were, some weren't.
Is that what explains Asia and Kaya sitting up in the first row and then the other 2 on the bench? Are those the 2 different? Is there any reasoning for that?
There's only one on the bench. LaDeja was on the bench. But no, I mean, obviously, you know, I know everybody wants the story, but, you know, nobody knows each other's journeys. And like I said, we just have we've got high standards. We've got expectations. You know, there's a lot on these young ladies' plates. Being a student athlete, there's a lot that comes with that. And as a coach, it's hard, but there's got to be that accountability piece. And, you know, that's something we can't waver on. So, you know, certainly, obviously miss not having them out there tonight, but we've got to maintain the accountability.
Other than the fourth, I know you kind of mentioned it ran out of gas a little bit, and also kind of went cold. But was it Kentucky doing anything different in the fourth quarter there?
Yeah, I just felt like we got. And I thought we had some good looks, to be honest with you, that, you know, we didn't knock down. We had a couple around the rim, and then had a couple of really good looks from the three-point line. And I thought we looked tired. We weren't moving as much as we had been. You know, we scored on a couple flare screen tight cuts, you know, had some good looks, but we kind of got caught ball watching a little bit. I didn't want to go to a lot of sets because we had a different kind of lineup out there and just kind of wanted it to be more free flowing in the motion. And again, I thought we had some good looks. I just, you know, they didn't fall for us. But they battled their ever living tails off. I thought we did a really good job on the boards, especially in the first half. Obviously, it got away from us in the second half. I mean, you know, you got to give Ryan Howard a lot of credit. She's a tremendous player. I mean, she's a load. She, you know, gets a lot of attention night in and night out. Really talented player. Edwards is a load too, though. I mean, she's a great wingman. You know, you got Batman and Robin, and she's a great wingman. So she obviously had a good night for us. You know, I thought I thought we did a good job taking care of the ball outside of the first 5 minutes once we settled in, so that was definitely a positive. And, you know, we had some different lineups out there tonight, but they battled, and I'm really, really proud of them.
Haley, what was the mindset after you guys went down so much in the first quarter to kind of battle back and keep pushing even through that?
Well, I guess it was the timeout, kind of when we regained our momentum, was Coach P told us, like, everyone just take a deep breath, because, I mean, how we started the first 7 minutes just wasn't Mizzou basketball. I felt like we were kind of on our heels and not playing with the confidence that we deserved to play with. I mean, we worked our tails off to go out there and play confident. So I feel like we just raised the intensity, put our shoulders back, and played with more confidence.
Kayla, obviously you played well in the first quarter, but as a whole, the team sort of struck out. Like, what do you think was sort of the base reason behind that?
I really think what Haley said, that we just didn't come out with the confidence that we deserve to have. Those few turnovers that we had hurt, but I think we got it back together.
Coach, Haley picking up a fourth foul in the third quarter was big. How do you determine when to bring a player back in a situation like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, the third foul was a tough one. And, you know, at that point, you got to trust their veteran players. Haley's a veteran player. She understands the assignment, you know, and you got to be willing to take some chances. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't take her fifth foul home with us. You know what I mean? That's not going to do any good. And it was a game of, you know, back and forth, and we were right there. And we just felt like, you know, you got to go big or go home, and we've got to trust that she's able to handle that moment and understand the situation, and I thought she did a really good job with that.
The second and third quarters, you mentioned kind of going to different lineup. There's a moment where it kind of looked like they were playing a little bit small ball with how when they got picked up that third fourth foul. What did you learn about this team, especially with those different lineups? I mean, with Izzy and Fama and Haley kind of playing different roles.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely small ball. It wasn't kind of small ball. It was pretty darn small out there. But, you know, high basketball IQ kids that could make adjustments and understand what we were looking for offensively. You know, kids that can shoot it, drive it, pass it, really spread the court. I think that's hard to guard. You know, I think that's huge. It does make it a little challenging because you're a little limited on some of the sets that you can run, which is understandable. But, you know, I think they'd probably just rather spread the court and play anyway and trust the flow of the motion. And we had some really good looks. I just saw different kids stepped up. I mean, it really was different possessions, different players. How about Sarah Lithicum? I mean, so proud of her. She works her tail off every single day. And, you know, I'm sure she never imagined against Kentucky she was going to play, what was it, 11 minutes? And I thought she had 11 great minutes. And like I said, you know, if they're willing to go battle and compete and, you know, play with resiliency and toughness, that's what it's all about.
Coach, do you have a timetable on those 4 players who were out? Do you expect them back before?
Not sure yet.
With that uncertainty going into postseason, are you worried at all about the direction the team's going, just heading into this postseason where you're trying to make that push towards the tournament?
I'm still really confident. I really am. I believe in this team. I think in the SEC, at different, you know, you want to kind of be on a roll going. You want to be on a roll going into kind of SEC tournament for sure. You want to be a well-oiled machine, but you look up and down. You know, the SEC and the standings, there's probably other than 3, maybe 4 teams that haven't gone through stretches of 3 and 4 losses. I mean, that's how good the league is, and a lot of that depends upon your matchups and who draws who on what night. So, yeah, I just really want it for them. You know, we've talked about making sure that, you know, we're centering ourselves and remembering our why. And, you know, winning's got to be a byproduct. And don't get me wrong, we all want to win, no doubt about it. I mean, we all think about it all the time, and you know, we're trying, you know, every game we understand how big it is. But at the same time, I think you've got to recenter yourself and remember your why and I think having fun is pouring into each other and competing for each other. And I think we got away from that. I think we got caught in a stretch of really being, attached to that outcome. And again, we all understand that, right? But you can't lose your why in the process of it. And I think we've kind of recentered ourselves and kind of refigured that out. They battled tonight. We were shorthanded. Played a heck of a game for 3 quarters. Fourth quarter got away from us. But no, I believe in that locker room. I really do. I'm very confident in that locker room.
Haley and Caleb, from a player's perspective, where do you think you need to grow and what you need to grow going into these games against Florida and the SEC tournament?
I think this time of year, it's just about, the chemistry and coming together, knowing that we have to pour into each other, late in the season. It's, especially right now, kind of short on numbers. Like, it's going to take everyone, so we just need everyone to be in a confident, good mental space, and just keep pouring into each other and believe in each other.
Yeah, I agree. Just taking care of each other, taking care of our bodies, sticking together. And I think if we do that, then that's all we can do,
I know you mentioned playing with the confidence that you deserve to play with. And for you yourself, someone who's seen more minutes across this month, where does that confidence come from for you to deserve to play with that?
I think my preparation and practice gives me confidence because I've been going hard in practice, and so I know I can do it in the game.